So thinking why my uncle was like that. um, all I know, all I heard, I look like my dad. So he didn't like my father, even though he's his brother. So some reason he just wanted to hurt me. I forgave him. I prayed for him. But the trauma and the pain I had and I still have to live with it. So, living with my grandmother, I started to go to school with my cousins. We have to walk almost 1 hour or more to get to school. It's like there are empty houses, damaged from the war, and then you just walk with your friends, go to school. I do remember there was many days while we at school. It's it's the helicopter running. They're shooting, bomb blast, and then the teachers will ask you to hide and stay there until they come and get you. And some days some students die, the teachers die, the school damage on one side, and you just have to get through it, go through it. Once everything is over, sometime my other uncles, my brother, my other uncles mean my father had more siblings, so one of those uncles will come and get us, and then we come home, and I'll be freaked out. I'll be like, I don't know what's going on. So going to school, I do visit my sister. She was with my aunt every other weekend. So my aunt will come and get me, and I go and spend time with my sister at my aunt home. And my aunt had 3 children, so all my cousins and me and my sister will spend time. The funny, interesting memory I do have is, it's like the toilet. I wanted to share you every bit of my life with you, because I want you to know what his life looked like overseas, the war, and how grateful I am now, what I have, the life I live, the family I have. I'm very blessed and grateful. So the toilet story, I always talk to my husband about it. We did have toilet, but I don't know, some reason we we go to poop outside with our friends and our cousins. So we go outside, like there are so many neighborhood that you will see like nobody living because of the war. The house got damaged and people got moved, live somewhere. So you may have a house in one place and almost 5-10 house away from you, nobody living. It will be like empty. If you see every houses, they have holes and bullets, damage, and it's like old waste home. So what we do is, me, my friends, and my cousins, we walk out wherever we got a space. We sit like the whole group while we poop. We just had conversation. We talk about certain things. That's kind of fun at the time, because you don't know as a child what's going on. You never live in any other world than where you're living. So that's kind of memory I do have. So, after I spent time with my sister, my aunt was a bit of wealthy. So when I go there, I do have a good food. I do get to sleep inside the home. I do have 3 meals. I was happy. But and then when I come back from my sister, I'll be sad, because I'm going to go to the world that I have to suffer. But I don't tell anything at the time to my mother or anybody else. I look back at that moment, I think, why didn't I say anything to anybody else? I don't know, maybe I was scared to tell the story, So I come back to my grandmom, and I will spend time with her again. Only 1 meal at a time. They are not rich. Go to school, come home, live a life. When we was living there, you don't have good clothes. You just don't have much things, you don't have shoes, you just walk barefoot and things like that. And then one day I remember my mother came to my grandmother and said, okay, we're going to move to Vavuniya. Still is north, but where was the war is, you just come outside of the war, but you need to pass every checkpoint to pass all the questions they ask, and you need to have an ID to come out of that, the place where I was living, Jaffna. So my grandmother wasn't happy, but my mother told that she wanted us to have a good life and to have a safe life, safety. So my mother spoke to her, and I remember one day we got ready, we say goodbye to everybody else, me, my mother, my sister, and my aunt. My aunt is like, she is mean the world to me. She's one of the person who raised me, who provided me, who took me school, who gave me everything I wanted when I go to school. Comfort life mean I was comfortable living at her home, So we going to move to Vavuniya, and got ready, say goodbye to everybody else. Now we got in a bus, we going to one checkpoint. From there, you have to pass the sea to get onto other side of the land. So it's only boat. So I still remember that day. They push you, because we was on the queue on the line, and they push you to get on the boat. And me and my sister was in one boat. My aunt and my mother was in a different boat. And once we got in the boat, I remember it was raining so hard. And when the boat got speed, all I see is just, it was in balance. Everybody was screaming, and I don't know what to do. I was so scared, what's going on? So, and also I can see people fall into the sea, and they didn't care about anything. They just kept on going. I'm screaming, my sister's screaming, it's raining, we get wet, and we just screaming. So somehow we get out from the boat, and I'm looking for my mother and my aunt, because we don't know what to do, Finally, my mother ran to us, and she grabbed us, and my aunt was okay, my sister was okay. So now we walk into the another checkpoint. On that checkpoint, you just have to live there, because it was raining, it was dark, and you cannot go. So you have to live there. So our clothes was wet and our bags was wet, and we just going to that checkpoint, and I remember sleeping there. I don't remember much deep, but I remember sleep there. Got up next morning, eat what you get, and then move on. You have to walk miles to get to the next checkpoint, or there will be a bus, they will come and get you to go to the next checkpoint. So it's like it was like weeds to pass every checkpoint, that to get that ID and say, okay, you can go to Vavuniya. So finally, me and my sister, my aunt, and my mom, we all got ID, and we come to Vavuniya. And I still remember when I got to Vavuniya, for me it was like heaven. I don't see bad homes, I don't see bad things. It was kind of like, okay, I was so excited and happy. Oh, I'm going my aunt home. So, like all those checkpoints, I still remember the army and the Tamil party people, like they wear their uniform and with a gun, and my mom and aunt will warn us, do not say anything like that you don't want it to say. Just be careful how you talk. Don't run to them. Don't run away, because there's a chance they can shoot you. So you just have to be careful. You have to listen to us. So me and my sister, yes. So, finally we got to Vavuniya. I still remember me, my aunt, and my sister, my mother. We are walking to my aunt home. When I got there, I was like, oh, this is good. I feel good, I was happy. Why I'm saying this to you? I just wanted to share my story, to see how grateful I am today, how much struggle I had over the years when I was a child, even now, But when I look back, I'm like, all these things taught me something. Taught me to be good to people, treat them right, help them, support them, and to understand them when they mean to you, or when they are not happy, or when they're sad. You can think of, maybe this person going through on something, maybe they need you, maybe they need your help, maybe they need your support, and especially parents. My mother would tell to people, if you want to raise your child good, don't just get what they wanted. Teach them how to live when they don't have. Like, I understand the life here. If a child have iPad, when the child go to school, the other child look at it like they also want that. If you don't give that, you become a bad parent or whatever. But if you love your child, I'm not saying you have to let the child to suffer like me. Those things happen to me. I wish these things would never happen to nobody. But let the child to live the life to be grateful. Or even you, when you have and you don't have, you can learn how to live, how to be good to people. Sometimes it's hard, but I try to remember my struggle and life to help others. So I'm here every day telling you my story. It's very difficult to tell you my story because I don't know who you are. Sometimes I'm nervous to share my story. People are going to judge me. people going to look down at me. But I wanted to help people. I wanted to see people happy. I wanted to see them smile. So maybe my story can change one person. So again, thank you for listening my story. I appreciate you. Share my video with people, subscribe my channel, like, comments, share me what you think, what is your thoughts are. Thank you. Have a blessed night. God bless you.